Hello everyone, my name is Brendan Whitaker, but you probably already know that from the name of the channel. And today we're talking about Zodiacs, as you already know from the title. Yeah, Zodiacs, they are pretty, why am I trying to be nice? They're stupid. I'm not going to try to be nice with that. The title's already, Zodiacs are stupid. I already determined that right after I make this video. So I'm just going to go with that. But yeah, here I have some a list of zodiacs, and basically this is just proof alone that zodiacs are basically they're they're more so brainwashing than actual accuracy. Since, as you know, zodiacs are based on astrology, following the stars, which is a pseudoscience. The Mayans did it with 2012, believing that would be the end of the world, and what did we get from that? A cruddy movie starring John Cusack. Hit that like button if you get that reference. It's gonna get heavily disliked. Okay, all right. So yeah, the basis is every single zodiac made is made for people who are self-conscious and lacking of self-esteem. If you believe in zodiacs, you most likely will attach yourself to any personality trait, as they are extremely vague, but that can be said for anyone. Anyone can be self-conscious reading these. If you read a trait from your determined zodiac based on your date of birth, you will most likely say, "Oh yeah, that's definitely me." Because yeah, you can say that about pretty much any trait, especially if you are self-conscious, which most people who believe in horoscopes and zodiacs are. You know, your mother, your aunt, your grandmother, girlfriend, wife, friend, sister, those people, or uh, your new male friends. I'll put some males in a bit, but yeah, I guess regardless of gender, if you're self-conscious, you will believe every single trait you have is based on you because they are very base. You can say them about literally anyone, especially if you perceive them to be that way from any situation that happened, even if it happened years ago, still see him as that trait. Okay, the first one, we have Aries. Now, Aries, people who are Aries have been born between March 21st and April 19th. Aries has a sense of justice, is independent, is brave, fearless, a leader, direct, self-centered, selfish, aggressive, and inconsistent. Now, before we go along, I just want to say, speaking of inconsistent, brave and fearless can are contrasting. They are opposites. You can't be brave and fearless at the same time. In order to be brave, you do have to be fearful, but you have to overcome that fear. That is what being brave is. Brave in itself does not mean fearless. It means you're able to overcome your fear. So yeah, they contradict one another. It's a sharp contrast, but I guess that's how these are made. Since you're either brave or fearless. Basically, it's one or the other. That goes for any human being. So it doesn't matter if you're not one or the other. You will still most likely identify with this. No, it's another. Oh my God, that is so me thing. And let's see again. Inconsistent. Well, yeah, brave and fearless. So I'll give props to that. Direct. I think a lot of us see ourselves as direct. I see myself as direct, hence me making this video. Zodiacs are stupid. I will say my zodiac after this video, I guess, just to show how stupid these are. But yes, I am direct. My leader, sure. Sense of justice, of course. I've made videos about stuff like that already, like the stigma behind snitching. Let's see. I guess my first video talking about the LGBT and how it's self-serving. Independent. Yes, I am independent. I am trying to move out. I have two jobs. So yeah, that definitely describes me. I am not an Aries though. I will say that. That's the only red herring I will give about my zodiac, even though zodiac doesn't matter. But yes, that is Aries. So if you identify with any of these and you're not Aries, I apologize. You are none of them according to this. But that's fine because every single one of these is so vague that one of these one of these traits, it's bound to come up again in one of these zodiacs. Okay, so the next one is Taurus, beginning from 420. Weed causes panic attacks. Just kidding. Don't smoke weed. April 20th to May 20th. The Taurus is steady, driven, tenacious, enduring, persistent, trustworthy, patient, materialistic, resistant to change, indulgent, possessive, and stubborn. Now, I see myself as patient. Like I am very patient with just reading all this right now. It's a load of BS, but I'm patient. Stubborn. Hmm, I guess I can be stubborn. Resistant to change. Yeah, I guess that feeds into stubborn. But I'll change if need be. Trustworthy. Yeah, I'd say I'm trustworthy. Steady. I don't exactly know what that word means, but hey, whatever. Materialistic. I have to have. I don't have that much, but sure. Okay, let's see if there are any contrasts here. See, indulgent, persistent. So, oh, it all seems like it feeds into each other, so it's just extremely vague. It is extremely vague. You will most likely identify with all of this since it all feeds into each other. You know, stubborn, resistant to change, tenacious, persistent. Those all mean the same thing, basically. You know, they are synonyms. If you probably Google right now, you will end up finding them in the same tab. Yeah, driven and persistent mean the same thing. Let's see, patience. Yeah, that's pretty much it for Taurus. It just all means the same thing, so it's easier to identify with it, especially if you're born in that time span. But again, if you're not, I apologize. You give up easily. Okay, next one is Gemini. I have a bad history of Geminis. They're probably the most high and mighty ones. I love Kanye. I do, but every time he says he's Gemini, I just have to turn a blind eye. I love the man. I really do. Still, okay, Gemini, born between May 21st and June 20th. Gemini is intelligent, adaptable, agile, communicative, informative, connected, talkative, exaggerating, deceptive, cunning, superficial, and inconsistent. Now, inconsistent, that word keeps coming up every time there's an inconsistency. Now, hear me out for a moment. The word adaptable and inconsistent, I would say those are kind of opposites because inconsistent means you don't stay on track, but adaptable means you're able to adapt to anything, therefore, you can stay on track to anything. To adapt means to keep going forward, just being more versatile. You know, it's like it's like uh, figure out how to be waterproof to move forward, then figure out how to be fireproof to move forward. That is consistency. In order to take the path you're on, you have to adapt to change. That is essentially what it is. So it is the opposite of being inconsistent. Again, that word keeps coming up. So again, the word inconsistent is showed up again. So good news. If you're Aries or Gemini, you are inconsistent. You are scatterbrained. So if you're not Aries or Gemini, lucky. You lucky turd. That being said, yeah, you can easily identify with this. It basically says you are a liar and very talkative. So I don't really understand how Scorpios get the bad rap, seeing that Gemini won't stop shutting up. I mean, it won't shut up and is deceptive and is basic. I don't. Maybe Scorpio's worse. Maybe I'm wrong. I wrote these down, but I didn't actually look at them. Look at them. What could Scorpio even be? All right, all right. Next one is a perfectly named one. Cancer. Cancers are born between June 21st and July 22nd. Cancers are nurturing, supportive, healing, compassionate, unconditionally loving. Maybe that was a typo or something. It's fine. Dependent, indirect. That's another word for nah, it's not. Indirect, moody, passive aggressive, and unable to let go. Now, this one is now right off the bat. Well, I guess right on the bat, if that's the opposite. At the end, it says passive aggressive and unable to let go. Those mean the same thing, pretty much. So basically, the first one, passive aggressive, is like the complex way of saying it, and unable to let go is for the people who don't know what passive aggressive actually means. Yeah, it means you don't like something, but you just kind of you kind of short term dislike it. It's subtle. You very subtly strike back at something. That's being passive aggressive. Unable to let go, that kind of feeds into that. It's like a layman's term in a way. When you're passive aggressive, you are unable to let go. That's why you're passive aggressive. Okay, let's see what else is here. Okay, nurturing, moody. Now, nurturing independent, that probably won't work. I really don't see how you can nurture but still be dependent. If you said interdependent or codependent, that would have worked, but no. You are caring for other people but are still dependent. That does not work. So either you have to be selective of these traits, or person making these is a goddamn lunatic. Now, that leads me to my theory. Now, you have to be selective with these traits. You don't actually identify with all of these, probably. You most likely just see a bunch of traits, you identify with only a few of them, since you are self-conscious. You only see the ones that you see yourself as, not how other people see you as, only how you see yourself as, meaning you either see yourself as nurturing or you see yourself as dependent. So it's basically a trick. It's tricking you into believing you are this because it gives you an ultimatum. This is how humans work. You're either able to fend for yourself or you can't. There's no third option. So that's pretty much how it works. It's designed for you to identify with it. And unless you figure that out, you will believe it's real. Okay, next one we have Leo. Leo the Lion. I know that one. Okay, July 23rd to August 22nd. Leo is brave, of course it's a lion. Playful, is a leader. Fun, warm, protective, generous, charismatic, egotistical, dominating, stubborn, controlling, show off, and vain. Now, these are traits of a lion, but I don't have a problem with that. Let's see if there are any inconsistencies. Okay, playful, leader, and stubborn. Just pretty much, yeah, it's pretty much just what a lion does. You know, I guess a person just saw a lion and said, "What if a person is like that?" Yeah. Write that down. Write that down. Yeah, Leo. That's what it's called. It's the stars. The stars say so. So yeah, it's basically a lion. So I guess the only contrast I guess I could say is charismatic and dominating. You know, I guess dominating is very vague, just like every other word in this. You know, I guess you can be charismatic while dominating, because usually dominating is associated with being hated and being challenged. But charismatic means people like you, people see you as a good person, will willingly work with you. So I guess you could say those are opposites, but in the context of this, maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. All right. I guess that's it for Leo. Yeah, you'll easily identify this if you are a freaking lion or see yourself as a lion. Other kin will love that. Definitely. Okay, next one is Virgo, aka the perfect human being. That's what I've heard so far. Okay, born between August 23rd and September 22nd. Virgos are modest, humble, orderly, altruistic, logical, responsible, organized, obsessive, critical, pay excessive attention to insignificant details, and are perfectionists. Now, yeah, that definitely contradict. There's a contradiction. So you're a perfectionist, but you're modest and humble. You want to perfect something, but you're modest and humble. Yeah, those don't go well together. Plus, logical. I don't think logical goes with paying attention to insignificant details. If something doesn't matter, I don't think that's logical. So Virgo, I don't know why people say that's like the perfect person, or maybe they think they're the perfect person. I might be saying that wrong. Either way, it's still very vague, and you'll definitely be able to identify with these things that are the opposite of each other. Let's prove my theory. It splits itself into two things. Either you are or you're not, meaning you will identify with this no matter what. That's what most of these do. Okay, that's it for Virgo. Next one is Libra from maybe I'm reading that wrong. Maybe. Alright, September 22nd or 23rd to October 22nd. Libra is charming, harmonious, diplomatic, easygoing nature, polished, gullible, and passive aggressive. Okay. Passive aggressive is back. Well, that's fine. Now, charming, I'd probably say that is dependent on how others see you. I don't think you can determine that yourself. So you can't really say, "Oh yeah, I'm charming." Yeah, that's very vain. That should probably be put where Virgo is. Man. That being said, I I wouldn't say I have an easygoing nature. I'll be honest. I have a stick up my butt most of the time, and I'm trying. Even to this day, I'm trying to wiggle it out. Get out. Uh, strong as the oak that it came from. All right. That being said, Polished, gullible. What's hmm, what constitutes as gullible? Like gullible to what? Like whether you have street smarts or whether you're an expert in a subject. That one's pretty vague. It's fine. It's fine though. I can't really say what harmonious means, not because it doesn't make sense. I don't know what that word means. Okay, easygoing. I already went over that. Yeah, I'm saying I'm diplomatic, I guess. Yeah, this might be the shortest one. Yeah, Libra doesn't really have that much to it. It sounds like okay, cool. Easy to move on. Great. All right, that's one to Scorpio. All right, one I've been waiting for the backstabbers, I guess. Even though Gemini's are terrible and Virgos are they have their heads shoved up their butts, so I guess I have a stick. They have their heads. So high five. Woo! Okay, Scorpio between October 23rd and November 21st. Scorpio is passionate, driven, receptive, emotional, sacrificing, determined, vindictive, paranoid, destructive, possessive, jealous, and clingy. Oh, okay, all right. I mean, all right. I don't think that's being a backstab. I think that's just being very self-destructive. I guess Scorpios aren't backstabbers. I don't understand this now. People say that Scorpios are backstabbers, but doesn't sound like it. I wonder if Gemini's. I don't know. I'm trying to make sense of this now. Oh, I shouldn't do that. Whatever. I'm already in the rabbit hole. I feel like Gemini's say that about Scorpios to gaslight them. You know, the people who believe in this schlock at least. That maybe Scorpios are just the vulnerable ones. All right, let's see what okay, paranoid, destructive. Yeah, if you are self-conscious, you will probably say, do I hurt myself and others around me? I can see people asking themselves that. Jealous and clingy. Yeah, we all ask ourselves that sometimes. Passionate. Okay. I guess you're not passionate if you're not a Scorpio. Sacrificing. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, so possessive and sacrificing both contradict each other. So you can't just get rid of stuff for the greater good, but at the same time just try and own things selfishly. Though that doesn't work. That doesn't work at all. It's fine. That's the only contradiction. One of these had like three of them, I guess. So that's fine. Okay, Scorpio, congratulations. You're not the worst zodiac out there. Gemini is. I still love you, Kanye. Kanye 2024. All right, next one is Sagittarius, aka half man, half horse with bow and arrow on fire. Born between November 22nd and December 21st. Sagittarius is ambitious, lucky, moral, optimistic, enthusiastic, open-minded, versatile. Okay. Gluttonous, lazy. Wow, that took a turn. Okay, gluttonous, lazy, restless, irresponsible, blindly optimistic, and tactless. Now, it's not a contradiction, but it's it's very it's very redundant using the word optimistic and then saying blindly optimistic a little later. You can say one or the other. You don't have to put both, but I guess that's how you get more people to identify with this. If you say optimistic, someone will say, "Yeah, I'm optimistic." But if you say blindly optimistic, that casts a bigger net for people to see themselves as this. You know, even if I see myself as this, I see myself as optimistic, not blindly optimistic. I'm very skeptic. The stick of my butt says so. Get out. Get out. All right. Okay. See. Gluttonous, ambitious. Okay, ambitious and enthusiastic doesn't really go with lazy. You know, I guess you can have ambition but not want to do anything, but it's all vague, so it doesn't really go into that. So, yeah, we can confidently say that this is himself another contradiction. You can't have ambitions but still be lazy and gluttonous. I guess if you daydream enough, you know, I want to be a famous millionaire someday. I guess that counts. Still, it's very lazy. Must this whole list must have been made by a Sagittarius, I guess, or Gemini. Okay, uh, versatile. I don't think you're versatile if you're lazy. You know, I feel like you have already given up, so there's no reason to adapt to anything. So that doesn't make any sense. All right, next one is Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn. Capricorn. Born between December 22nd, yeah, December 22nd and January 19th. Capricorns are driven, is that word again, patient, is that word again, strategic, determined, disciplined, responsible, persistent, pessimistic, greedy, cynical, fearful, ruthless, rigid, or miserly. Okay, wow, okay. Now, cynical and pessimistic, we can say those mean the same thing. But driven, I don't really see how you're driven and cynical at the same time, or driven and pessimistic. Those don't feed into each other at all. Those don't work. Plus, determined and man, this one's all over the place. Okay, so you're determined and persistent, but still cynical and full of fear. You must be schizophrenic, I guess. That's the only way. No, I'm not trying to say being schizophrenic is bad. I'm just saying that's just being schizophrenic. You being determined and driven for something, but being afraid, thinking bad about everything, and just being negative. Yeah, you basically have to be schizophrenic. So I guess Capricorns are all schizoaffective. Very sad. Very sad. Okay, next one is Aquarius. Aquarius, January 20th to February 18th. Aquariuses, or Aquarii, whatever the plural is. Aquarius is intelligent, inventive, humanistic, friendly, altruistic, reformative, emotionally detached, scatterbrained, irresponsible, and impersonal. Wow, wow, okay, I guess wow, okay. Another schizophrenic type. Man, must be hard being a Capricorn or Aquarius, I guess. See that you have to have a split mind to share this. Either that or theory. As the theory goes, yeah, you choose one of the two because this is made for you to identify with it. Okay, so you're scatterbrained but still inventive. I don't really see how you can create something but still be all over the place. Intelligent. Uh, yeah, that I guess intelligent doesn't have a it doesn't go against anything. Personal. Okay, humanistic and impersonal, those two definitely don't go together. If you don't believe me, you can look up those two words yourself. It's fine because this is coming to a close right now. This is the final zodiac, Pisces, from February 19th to March 20th. Full circle, all 12 months. Okay, Pisces is mystical, whatever the frick that means, intuitive, creative, romantic, compassionate, sensitive, escapist, unrealistic. Oh, I wonder why. Submissive, self-pitying, dependent, and codependent. Maybe I accidentally left out or because dependent and codependent, that doesn't make any sense at all. That's very unrealistic. All right, dependent and codependent. Yeah, I think this proves my theory. You have to choose one or the other because that's how it's made. You're supposed to feel like you're this so that this can be proven right. You're not supposed to say this is wrong because this is how this is invented. It's meticulously crafted. Unless you say you're independent, you won't be able to back out of this, Pisces. Since dependent and codependent, those don't work. You can't just say this and then say the other. Even if they are somewhat the same, you can't say both. Now, unrealistic, I will give benefit of the doubt. Maybe that's supposed to be with mystical, but how the frick are you mystical? How are you mystical? What does that word mean? Outside of mysticism, which is where it comes from. What else does that word mean? Does it mean seductive? Does it mean charismatic? Does it mean very, I don't know, very people can't take their eyes off you? What does that word mean? What other meaning does the word mystical have? What else could it mean? I don't understand. Okay, and we have passionate and escapist. I guess you can say escapist doesn't really go with compassionate. If you try and escape things, then how are you romantic and compassionate? It's like if things don't go your way, you leave. Like a bar escape routine. You ask, when does Angela uh get off work? I think that's the code for call me a cab. This person won't leave me alone at a bar. But yeah, that's it for the Zodiacs. They are extremely vague. They are made so that you will identify with them no matter what, unless you find a way to realize that you could call yourself any of these words yourself, not anyone else, just yourself. Because most likely, no, completely, you're the only one to see this first of all. You're not going to be looking at this with anyone else. You're going to be the first one looking at this and seeing yourself as whatever it says. So if you are the zodiac, and yeah, you'll probably see yourself as a few of these traits because that's what you're supposed to do. All right. That being said, my zodiac was Libra. Now Libra, I will say, gullible. I don't know. Easygoing. I am not. I am extremely stubborn, and the stick of my butt still won't leave. I never should have sat down at that picnic all those years ago. Diplomatic, I guess I will say that. Charming, eh, eh, harmonious. I don't know what that word means. Polished. Did I say that word? I don't even know. I don't know what that word means either. Gullible. I already said that. Passive aggressive. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say I'm passive aggressive, but I mean, if you dislike this video, comment so I can reply to you. That's all I can say about passive aggressive. But no, I'm not passive aggressive. If something does anger me, I probably will tell you. I'm stubborn. I am. I'm not passive aggressive. I will tell you to your face, please stop. Because don't mistake kindness for weakness. Don't ever do that. Okay, well, I guess that's it. I hope everyone learned a lesson today. You can probably identify with any of these traits because I said all of them, and a lot of them go together, a lot of them don't go together, and a lot of them are the same word because they do use the same words over and over again. And yeah, that's the video. I hope see, I'm not charming. I don't even know how to finish this freaking video. Stick a freaking thing, fuck!